Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we're back again with Mr. Croaky.
I'm working on my gangster voice.
Right, right. So we are in Regent's Park. It's very cold today, but anyway, here is Canto 3, Chapter 18, Text 15.
14.
No, 15.
14. We would have stopped with the purport. We didn't read that.
No, we read this. A cobra is
That's
very
right, but we
fierce.
didn't read 14.
14. I sit corrected.
She sits corrected. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Right, text 14. Hissing indignantly, all his senses shaken by wrath, the demon quickly sprang upon the Lord and dealt him a blow with his powerful mace. Text 15. The Lord, however, by moving slightly aside, just slightly, dodged the violent mace blow aimed at his breast by the enemy, just as an accomplished yogi would elude death. So he didn't need to go to much effort, he just moved a bit. But from the demon's point of view, it would have been a great effort what he was doing. Alright, purport. The example is given herein that the perfect yogi can overcome a death blow, although it that word, death blow, although it is offered by the laws of nature. It is useless for a demon to beat the transcendental body of the Lord with a powerful mace, for no one can surpass his prowess. Those who are advanced transcendentalists are freed from the laws of nature, and even a death blow cannot act on them. Superficially, it may be seen that a yogi is attacked by a death blow, jeepers, but by the grace of the Lord, he can overcome many such attacks for the service of the Lord. As the Lord exists by his own independent prowess, by the grace of the Lord, the devotees also exist for his service. Reminds me of Jayapataka Maharaj, if you're familiar, and so many external, health issues, and he doesn't walk now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really talk. He does talk, obviously, but not so clearly. I mean, he's partially paralyzed, but he's still going strong, and he's aspiring devotees where they're getting initiated, and he's preaching all the time. He's not just sitting in his room and waiting for death. He's actually, it's like it says here, he's challenged death. Like, throw your best at me, but I'm still gonna preach the glories of the Lord until I can't, Well, until God decides I can't.
It's amazing. Death blow. 3 times death blow.
Alright. Text
16.
and read.
The personality of Godhead now exhibited his anger and rushed to meet the demon, who bit his lip in rage, took up his mace again, and began to repeatedly brandish it about. 17. Then, with his mace, the Lord struck the enemy on the right of his brow. But since the demon was expert in fighting, O gentle Vidura, he protected himself by a maneuver of his own mace. 18. In this way, the demon Haryaksha, different name for the demon, and the Lord, the personality of Godhead, struck each other with their huge maces, each enraged and seeking his own victory. Purport. Oh, here we go. Haryaksha is another name for Hiranyaksha, the demon. It'd be nice to know why, what Haryaksha means.
It's just his name, everyone's got different names, pet names and this and that. Even demons have different names,
Well, I mean, of course people can have different names.
Like his name's Hiranyaksha, but his mates might have said Hiranya or Hiri.
It's Haryaksha.
No, I'm saying you as a mate, or we might just call him Yaksha, like a nickname.
Yeah, okay.
Text 19. There was keen rivalry between the two combatants. Both had sustained injuries on their bodies from the blows of each other's pointed maces, and each grew more and more enraged at the smell of blood on his person. In their eagerness to win, they performed maneuvers of various kinds, and their contest looked like an encounter between two forceful bulls for the sake of a cow. Purport. Here the planet Earth is called Ila. This Earth was formerly known as Ila Vrita Varsha, and when Maharaj Parikshit ruled the Earth, it was called Bharat Varsh. Actually, Bharat Varsh is the name for the entire planet, but gradually Bharat Varsh has come to mean India. As India has recently been divided into Pakistan and Hindustan, similarly the earth was formerly called Ila Vrita Varsh, but gradually as time passed, it was divided by national boundaries. Oh dear.
I haven't coughed all morning. Now I'm coughing.
Oh dear.
Carry on.
So, geography lesson there. Text 20. A descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a bull. Purport. The fight between the Lord and the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the demon is compared to a fight between bulls for the sake of a cow. The Earth planet is also called Go, or cow. As bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with the cow, there is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord, or his representative, for supremacy over the earth. Here the Lord is significantly described as Yagna Vaya Yava. One should not consider the Lord to have the body of an ordinary bull. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. This boar form is not to be considered the form of an ordinary hog. His body is actually full of yagya, or worshipful offerings. Yagya sacrifices are offered to Vishnu. Yagya means the body of Vishnu. His body is not material. Therefore, he should not be taken to be an ordinary boar.
Brahma is described in this verse as Swarat. Actually, full independence is exclusive to the Lord himself, but as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, every living entity has a minute quantity of independence. Each and every one of the living entities within this universe has this minute independence, but Brahma, being the chief of all living entities, has a greater potential of independence than any other. He is the representative of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and has been assigned to preside over universal affairs. All other demigods work for him. Therefore, he is described here as Swarat. He is always accompanied by great sages and transcendentalists, all of whom came to see the bullfight between the demon and the Lord. So, bullfight, death blow.
Text 21. After arriving at the place of combat, Brahma, the leader of thousands of sages and transcendentalists, saw the demon who had attained such unprecedented power that no one could fight with him. Brahma then addressed Narayan, who was assuming the form of a boar, for the first time. Text 22 and 23. Lord Brahma said, "My dear Lord, this demon has proved to be a constant pinprick to the demigods, the brahmanas, the cows, and innocent persons who are spotless and always dependent upon worshipping your lotus feet. He has become a source of fear by unnecessarily harassing them. Since he has attained a boon from me, he has become a demon, always searching for a proper combatant, wandering all over the universe for this infamous purpose." Purport. There are two classes of living entities. One is called Sura, or the demigods, and the other is called Asura, or the demons. Demons are generally fond of worshipping the demigods, and there are evidences that by such worship they get extensive power for their sense gratification. This later proves to be a cause of trouble to the Brahmanas, demigods, and other innocent living entities. Demons habitually find fault with the demigods, Brahmanas, and innocent, to whom they are a constant source of fear. The way of the demon. You have to be careful when you're reading, and it's talking about demons and this and that, and there's people like walking about. You could be seen as devil worshippers or something. The way of the demon is to take power from the demigods and then tease the demigods themselves. There is an instance of a great devotee of Lord Shiva who obtained a boon from Lord Shiva that the head of whomever he touched with his hand would come off its trunk. As soon as the boon was offered to him, the demon wanted to touch the very head of Lord Shiva. That is their way. The devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not, however, ask any favour for sense gratification. Even if they are offered liberation, they refuse it. They are happy simply engaging in a transcendental loving service of the Lord.
That was Rikasura, right?
Right. But even with devotional service, in the nectar of devotion, it does explain that other benefits which you may not be seeking will come purely because to come association with the Lord, there's all auspiciousness, and then you get name, fame, this, that, and you can get comfortable in serving, whereby you forget the original objective of serving. So that's also there, you may not be worshipping demigods and be like, okay, I got my boon, now I'll beat everyone out, even the demigod that gave it. But we as devotees should be very mindful of the purpose of why we're engaging in service and, association with devotees and hearing and chanting. Very important.
Carry on. That's a good point, sorry, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Move along, mate, move along.
Text 24. Lord Brahma continued, my dear Lord, there is no need to play with this serpentine demon, who is always very skilled in conjuring tricks and is arrogant, self-sufficient, and most wicked. Purport. No one is unhappy when a serpent is killed. It is a practice amongst village boys to catch a serpent by the tail and play with it for some time and then kill it. Similarly, the Lord could have killed the demon at once, but he played with him in the same way as a child plays with a snake before killing it. Brahma requested, however, that since the demon was more wicked and undesirable than a serpent, there was no need to play with him.
Demons and the serpents.
It was his wish that he be killed at once without delay.
Playing with the demons and the serpents.
Text 25. Brahma continued, my dear Lord, you are infallible. Please kill this sinful demon before the demoniac hour arrives and he presents another formidable approach favourable to him. You can kill him by your internal potency without doubt.
Kill the demon.
Text 25. My Lord, the darkest evening which covers the world is fast approaching. Since you are the soul of all... Shh! Jeepers, even when you can't talk, he's like in the way, isn't it? Since you are the soul of all souls, kindly kill him. No one can understand what I'm saying. Audience is getting disrupted.
Sorry. Kill the demons.
My Lord, the darkest evening which covers the world is fast approaching. Since you are the soul of all souls, kindly kill him and we win victory for the demigods. No, but kindly don't give out boons that you can't retract, Lord Brahma, and then expect Lord Vishnu to come down and sort it out, quite frankly.
Oh, my Lord, here we go.
Isn't it, though? Anyway.
Kill the demon.
Alright, text 27. The auspicious period known as Abhijit, which is most opportune for victory, commenced at midday and has all but passed. Therefore, in the interest of your friends, please dispose of this formidable foe quickly. Text 28. This demon, luckily for us, has come of his own accord to you, his death ordained by you. Therefore, exhibiting your ways, kill him in the duel and establish the worlds in peace. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Battle Between Lord Bull and the Demon Hiranyaksha.
Oh, amazing. Wonderful, wonderful. So you
There's
just,
a picture of the fight on the back of my book.
you see? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's show that close up.
How are you going to show that?
I'm going to walk up to the camera and stick it in front of
All
that.
right, you do that. Thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you could listen with all the interruptions.
Kill the demons.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, there are people walking about now, and it is a bit weird to be talking about killing demons and death blows, and, you know, you have to be careful when you're out and about. You know, two people sitting by themselves on a bench talking about killing demons. And that's why I sometimes go a bit quiet, because, you know, you never know. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
On that note,
We'll show you a picture.
he's going to show you a picture on the back of my book. That's the fight between Lord Bo and Hiranyaksha, in case you're wondering.